Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Amaechi, who is going for presidency come 2023 under the platform of APC, and who had also received prophecy from men of God that he may likely be the president of Nigeria, seems to have met his Waterloo as the family members of the kidnapped Kaduna Abuja train passengers are after him seriously. I'm telling you, it's rather very serious because they are doing everything to make sure they stop his ambition. We're going to be looking at this in a jiffy. But before we continue, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well to hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the family members of the kidnapped Kaduna Abuja train passengers have criticized the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi, for launching his presidential campaign without due regards for the victims languishing in the abductors' den. This was contained in a statement by the leader of the victim relative group, Dr. Abdul Fatai Jimo. Jimo warned the Nigerian Railway Corporation management against attempt to resume train services. He also urged the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) to suspend plans to resume train services, wondering how the minister will direct the resumption of rail services without a concrete plan to rescue passengers abducted in the bomb train. The family members, through Jimo, said it was most uncharitable that Amaechi, under whose watch the attack occurred as a minister, could only celebrate rather than resign after the attack. He said the first thing should be to get the captive out and then put adequate measures in place to ensure the attack does not happen again in future. According to him, he said, we want to believe that they won't try it, and if they do, we won't take it lightly with them because human lives are involved. We believe they won't. We believe they won't because they know what's at stake. Fatima Siroma, whose sister is among the victims, regretted that the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi, declared his intent to vie for presidency shortly after the attack. She called on Nigerians not to elect the likes of the minister as president in the 2023 presidential election because he is inhuman. Meanwhile, the bandits have threatened to kill all hostages in their custody if the federal government refuses to dialogue with them. Wow, this is a bad one for Rotimi Amaechi because, as we all know, ordinarily, what Nigerians should depend on should be your trademark, should be your track record in the different positions that you have been given authority over. That's where you have been appointed to function in. That is where Nigerians should look at. Okay, if you are able to function in this capacity, then we can trust you that you can do this and do this and do this. But here, Amaechi has, according to her, that Amaechi has clearly failed. That's the family. They are looking at Amaechi as one who has failed and should not be given an opportunity to run for presidency. But come to think of it, if we must put aside sentiment and the fact that Amaechi is from the south and all of that, that is something that is worth considering because one of the greatest challenge of this current administration is insecurity. And if there's anybody that should mount that seat and Nigerians will be happy, is a person who has been able to fight against insecurity and give Nigerians success in it. So if you are part of the administration and you are unable to help out to provide solution to bring an end to insecurity, automatically you do not deserve to be in that position because that's the best you will do. You understand? There is no way anybody should be thinking of, voting such a person into the position. And, this is another pointer to the fact that we seem not to really care about whatever that is happening to another person out there. We don't care, and which is not good. I respect Amaechi so much, and I know that he has already pointed out, why his ministry should not be blamed. But even with that, I feel that he should write a letter which should be exposed to the media, to the president, and also to security chiefs, telling them what is expected to be done or what they should do, and should keep his line open, communicating and empathizing with the family members of the kidnapped victim. Yes, Lai Mohammed came out and told Nigerians that the federal government is in talks with these people. But at a time like this, because of the pressure and the intensity of this situation, ideally they should be able to present to Nigerians and say, this is how far we have gone. Saying that we are in talks with them when we have not even seen one person being released, it still keep increasing the tension among the family members. So I feel that Amaechi at this point should wake up, considering the fact that he's vying for an important position in the history of Nigeria as the president of this country. He should wake up and begin to speak to these family members. Let them know that no matter what is happening, his heart is with them. But at the same time, we know that Amaechi is limited somehow, because limited in the sense that he is not the chief of any security architecture in Nigeria. He's not a chief security officer. He is not working in the capacity of, any security architecture. So for that reason, throwing all the blames on him, for me, it's because we have to balance this thing, it's not really okay. If you want to blame people, it should be those he wrote to and those he disclosed to them that there was need for security in the railway. That's the trends, that there was need for security. Those are the kind of people that you should really blame, and also the federal government. Because even as these people have launched this attack, they were not specific and said this is the kind of this person and this person and this person is who we are. Amaechi is one of them. If he comes over and discuss with us, we will release the people. Who they were talking to was actually President Muhammadu Buhari. That was the person they were talking to, and said if the federal government knows what they want, that they don't need money, that the federal government knows what they want. So the head should be the one to ensure speedy release of these people. At times like this, we begin to wonder what the future will look like. That's why also this should serve as a lesson for Nigerians to know the kind of people we put in leadership position. Not just anybody, you understand? Look out for someone who has capacity, someone who have a track record of solving, perennial and perennial problems. Look out for such people. They are littered everywhere in Nigeria. We must forget about this issue of caucus and caucus and caucus. If we did it in Edo State, where the caucus of APC rose up and said it must be this person, but the people stood still and they said, no way, Edo is no be Lagos. It can't happen. We can do same during this period, because that's the only way that we can be happy with ourselves. If we keep on allowing them to cloud us with their so-called dubious attitude and all of that, we will keep seeing the same thing go on every day. I want to use this opportunity to plead with Amaechi, please, considering the fact that some of the people, they are the heartbeats of their family. Everything should be done. At least put pressure on the security chiefs. Let them know that they have to do something speedily and update the family, because anytime there is no communication, you're sure to, people to misquote you, people to, speak ill of you, because you're not talking. When you talk, they can know the extent of what you have done thus far. You understand? However, I like to leave it there. Let's go to our comment section and interact. What's your position?